Today on the CBS Sports Spectacular, the Long Beach Grand Prix. Big-time auto racing on downtown U.S. streets for the first time in 2 decades. With Mario Andretti, Al Unser, Gordon Johncock, and Brian Redmond heading an international array of Formula 5000 champions. And on the Columbia River in the state of Washington, the Indianapolis 500 and Kentucky Derby of hydroplaning. Highlights of the 4-heat Gold Cup, the most sought-after prize in thunderboating. Mario Andretti said there is something special about racing in real streets. And we think you'll see what he means as you watch some of the finest drivers in the world handle the sort of urban byways we all face at rush hour. And a similar spirit fuels our hydroplane action today. Craft that really aren't boats at all and literally fly on the Columbia River. All of it's a dazzling display, and we're being joined today by the top pitcher in the National League. That, of course, is Tom Seaver of the New York Mets. He'll give us his views of the day's Major League playoffs. And as always, we'll have features and the late sports headlines.
Today's CBS Sports Spectacular is sponsored by Toyota. Get your hands on a Toyota. You'll never let go.
Good afternoon. I'm Pat Summerall, and on this sports Saturday, the Boston Red Sox beat the Oakland A's 7-1 on Luis Tion's 3-hitter in the opening game of the American League playoffs. And Tom Seaver and I'll have highlights. Joan Payson, the principal owner of the New York Mets, died this morning, and we'll talk about that too. And Australia's Niki Lauda won the pole position for tomorrow's U.S. Grand Prix at Watkins Glen with a best lap of 119 miles an hour. You know, in the proliferation of professional sports, the designations can be confusing. So let's explain right here that Formula 5000 cars are the American equivalent of the Formula 1 racers that dominate European racing. The hydroplaning, if you'll adjust your shock absorbers, explains itself. Right now, let's get a report on our 2 main events today.
Hello, I'm Ken Squire, hard off the starboard bow of the Queen Mary. And here today, open-wheeled, open-cockpit auto racing returns to its origins. Over streets, cutting through back alleys, and flying down an expressway at 170 miles per hour in Long Beach, California. Earlier, Dan Gurney, one of America's most popular racers and the man most responsible for laying out this 12-turn, 2-mile course, watched his work being tested. Gurney related the sentiments of an Andretti, an Unser, a Redmond, as well as the feelings of an enthusiast for this American renaissance of pure road racing.
Street racing and a driver's reaction to street racing, I think, it's just so incongruous, so completely unique that it gives him a very special feeling, I believe. The sounds echo off the buildings, and I think most racing drivers and racing enthusiasts enjoy the sounds of racing engines very, very much, and they're particularly enjoyable in the city where the acoustics are so great for the sounds.
The Long Beach Grand Prix, the sights and sounds of 28 great drivers in full flight. That's part of today's CBS Sports Spectacular.
This is the Columbia River, a scene of the 1975 Gold Cup, the most coveted cup in powerboat racing history. Hi, I'm Jim Hendrick. Here in Tri-Cities, Washington, it's the APBA Gold Cup, the most sought-after trophy in the history of powerboat racing. And here in the pits, it looks like a colorful carnival, but it's dead serious business. Over $1 million worth of equipment stands race ready. This is the moment of truth. These unlimited hydros average 30 feet in length, 12 foot wide, and are powered by Rolls-Royce and Allison aircraft engines. Their speeds will reach 170 miles an hour.
I guess what we're looking at today could be carelessly described as cars and boats, but they're certainly not like anything I've taken out for a spin on a Saturday afternoon. I'll be back to set the scene for the Long Beach Grand Prix right after this message.